Hello, Avishya fans and handloom saree lovers. Today, in our Avishya Saree Stories series, we're going to take a fascinating journey to the state of Gujarat, to the region which is called the Kutch region and the city called Bhuj. About 8 kilometers to the southeast of Bhuj is a village called Bhujodi, and this is where the famous and legendary Bhujodi saree was born. There is a community of weavers who have been making the Bhujodi sarees for many decades and handed down from grandfather to father to son. These sarees have acquired a kind of fan following which is really amazing. And this community is called the community of Vankers, and the Vankers have been involved in saree weaving and especially the Bhujodi saree weaving for many centuries. Today we'll have a look at the Bhujodi saree, its tradition, and we'll take a look at how the weaving is done and the kind of typical motifs which you will see on a authentic Bhujodi saree. Now we'll have a look at this lovely ivory white Bhujodi saree. Bhujodi sarees, as you can see, the way they are folded. Actually, the pallu will be visible outside first. So we'll have a look at the pallu to start with. There's this intricate weaving which is very typical of any Bhujodi saree. Please take a close look at the pallu. I will just open it out for you so that you can see the full pallu. This is how it looks. As you can see a lot of stripes, and these are not just stripes, these are all very textured. Sometimes these stripes are made up of small segments of squares, rectangles, and the way they're woven. For instance, if you see this patch, if you see how this is woven, actually it goes small squares to big squares to slightly bigger. So when we look at it, it looks like a lovely, beautiful line, which is with the little sections of squares or rectangles. But the amount of work which goes into this is amazing. Similarly, right next to this stretch of lines, you'll find this slightly thick. You can see, I'll show it closer to the camera. You can see it's actually a little bump here. This stripe goes from top to bottom. This kind of weaving, it's called the Khesh weave. Khesh as in how hair is braided together by a woman. The way this is braided together, the threads are woven together. It will look like the braid of a woman, and that's why this is called the Khesh weave, which is a speciality of Bhujodi sarees. And then you'll find some motifs which are usually common across Bhujodi sarees. You'll find this kind of a star spindle kind of motif in blue, in red. You'll find this quite often in Bhujodi sarees. And typically, again, the pallu is ended by lovely, beautifully woven tassels in multiple colors of the saree. So the tassels have all the colors of the saree. As you can see, it's got the blue, it's got the maroon, lovely beige brown tassel as well. And these are alternative to give a very pretty finish to the pallu. We'll take a look at the body of the saree. Beautiful. It's made from lovely fabric. This is lovely cotton. This is made from kala cotton, which is why you have this kind of beautiful, fantastic finish to the cotton. It breaks open in a black color. That is why it is called kala cotton. So Bhujodi sarees are made from kala cotton. Again, the typical, this hourglass motifs you can see in red and blue across the body. I'll show you the blouse as well. Along with this off-white or ivory white body, is this wonderful grey blouse, which is paired along with the saree. This is how the blouse is. Now we'll have a look at this lovely lavender violet Bhujodi saree. As with all Bhujodi sarees, what is exposed outside is the pallu straight away. So if you see the pallu, it's got the typical stripes. Some of the typical motifs, you'll have this hourglass motif, which appears quite often. There is a star motif, again, which is a very typical Bhujodi motif. Many of the lines are composed of segments of squares or rectangle. The way the weaving is done very skillfully. It's very from a distance it looks almost it's a line with patches, but if you come closer, you see the intricacy of weaving of these lines from top to bottom. Some small squares, large squares, elongated squares. We'll next take a look at the body of the saree. Another side, beautiful, lovely, very pretty and luscious lavender violet, beautiful body. These star motifs across the body, bordered by a beige brown border, and these motifs are very typical, as I said. And then now we'll also have a look at the blouse. The blouse in this case is a running blouse. It's a plain blouse with just the stripes along, which can be used for decoration. When you do the blouse, you can use it beautifully on the hand or the back to create a lovely blouse. Now we'll have a look at this fabulous Mediterranean blue Bhujodi saree. As with all Bhujodi sarees, the way it is folded, the pallu is visible first. So right up front, you can see the patterning on the pallu. Typical stripes from top to bottom and checks across. And the way these stripes are planned, I've got fabulous lines of different, you'll have thin lines, you'll have slightly thicker lines. As you can see, as it goes, the lines become thicker, the gray lines become thicker. This is one variety of design. Then you have another type of stripes where you have multiple colors. There's a red, there's a gray, there's a green, there's an orange, there's a yellow. All of these are woven so skillfully together. And at the end of the pallu, like with any Bhujodi saree, I'll show this to you a little closer. It has these lovely tassels, beautiful tassels, which are in all the colors of the saree. The red, the yellow, the orange, the green tassels all along the end of the pallu. And bordering the tassels are the lovely Khesh Weave, which I'll show you a little close. This is a little elevated from the body of the saree. It's a little thick. It's a braid actually. That's why it's called a Khesh Weave. So next we'll have a look at the body of the saree. Wow, color really comes out in the body. The beautiful Mediterranean blue, the way it's woven. The blue really comes out well. As you can see, there's lovely geometric, they are rhombus motifs, rhombus shaped motifs throughout the body of the saree. And let's see how the blouse has been planned for this saree, for this color. It's a lovely rustic madder red bordering on orange border along with the Mediterranean blue. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching.